Thing still won't work. What's up, everybody? I was actually kind of excited to do this one. I just did it on Instagram. If you've seen my post earlier, it was actually in regards to the call of the day. Well, I was gonna do it on this little cool thing right here, which is not working for me, so I might as well cut it off. But I guarantee next time I will definitely have it up and running. So I did a little social promotion today. I wanted to see exactly where I would get it from: YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. Well, I got mixed emotions and mixed results, so I decided to do it on all of them, but that little thing over there was messing up, so now you're on my phone. But I'm actually dropping another version here on Facebook. So, call of the day. Call of the day. Basically, this is something I came up with after numerous people asking me all kinds of questions. What do I deal with as an officer? What do I do during the day? And how do I get so much accomplished when I go from police work to actual my personal work, business consulting, marketing, and real estate? So I decided to let people understand when I tell them it's all the same, it really is all the same. So for the first one, this is going to be the first of many. I normally would pick one call of the day, right? That's what the actual caption would say. But I got three for you guys today. And one, I can't really disclose too much information because it is an active going investigation. The mystery, right? So, give you guys a little disclaimer. What I'm about to explain to you aren't actually real events. They are portrayals of real events. The real things happened in different kind of scenarios, but I'm giving you guys a scenario what you guys can kind of relate to. And I'm gonna actually, as I formulate this and get it a little bit better with you guys' participation, I want you guys to engage. I want to really know what you guys think. I want you guys to understand what I go through, so you guys can get a better perspective of my job, because it's some things that you can't get let into, unfortunately, unless you're there. So I want to help bridge that gap, just like my book. All right, so first call of the day, and this was kind of literally, I think it was my first call of the day. If you get, okay, put it this way, would you call the police for this? You put up everybody, if you live in South Florida, then you know hurricane just came through. Tore down a lot of fences, ripped up some trees. Perfect. So your fence got tore down. Now you've been having neighbor disputes. You think that the fence that actually got tore down, that your neighbor did it. Now mind you, how can I do this? Your fence is probably as big as the door frame, literally that big. It's not that something got ripped down. It just fell down. Now, there is no other thing to put it up against. You can actually put it up, and some nails can re-secure it to where it looks like nothing has happened. So basically, that has happened. You have some issues with your neighbor, so you call the police. You call the police not because it's an issue, but because you think your neighbor did it and you want to get him in trouble. That's typically the things that people call the police for nowadays. Well, me and a partner went to this call, and me being me, I got tired of hearing her ramble about how the neighbor did this and the neighbor did that. So I asked her one simple question, which everybody knows if you watch Law and Order or any generic things: do you have proof? Of course, the lady did not have proof. She believes that he did it because they've been going back and forth for some time. Now, we're not there to speculate. We're there to get the actual facts. If there's a crime, if there's not. In this case, there is no crime. It's a coincidence, but there's no crime. I explained it exactly like that to that lady, probably just in a little professional way of how I talk and word people in uniform. Oh, she was not happy at all. She was not happy because she called the police, i.e. me, there to get that person in trouble. I'm assuming in her thoughts, I was supposed to arrest this guy and do something about it. Gave her the benefit of the doubt, and I said, hey, listen, I might be able to go talk to this guy, or female, whoever the neighbor is, to see whatever kind of issues you guys got. But a smart person, I know, right? It's been acting up A smart person would not ask that person, or not ask, because that might cause a little conflict, right? If your neighbor called the cops on you, wouldn't you be kind of pissed? That's the exact type of thing that we are not there to do. So because we are not there to do that, I offered it as a solution, but I didn't want to do it. Oh, she wanted to do it. To appease to her, we did it. At the end of this whole thing, the lady said, I don't know why we have police. I did absolutely nothing. And she pays my taxes, of course. And police are worthless. Honestly, I don't know what we're supposed to do in this situation other than explain what happened, and let people know exactly how to go by things, if there is a coincidence, if there actually is something that's breaking the law or not. That was just funny. That started off my day. Now, of course, I work in Hollywood, so there's numerous other calls in the day. But that lady there just set the tone for the rest of the day, because apparently we are very underpaid. Well, we're very overpaid to do nothing. Mind you, after that became another person. Actually, let me formulate that into your regular life. If you're having an issue with somebody, it's not technically a thing for someone else to come and fix. If we're all grown adults, pretty sure you are on this live stream. If you're all grown adults, why can't we handle things as adults? And why can't we go and talk to our neighbors or anybody else we have an issue with and confront them in a good way, not in a negative or where there's going to be a fight? I brought that up to her. She didn't like that answer. Apparently, I was supposed to do it all for her. So, on to the next call. Normally, there will only be one call for the day, but this is the first of many, so I had to give you guys 3. This one hurts my heart because it happens all the freaking time. Now, black lady, white guy, those are the 2 players involved. I'm gonna put you in this scenario. You have your car parked, you're looking at it, you know exactly where it's at. It's parked in a place where no other car can get around it. Some truck or van, big car, decides to come around and tries to park or get it around in that space where no car is supposed to get. You know what's happening, right? Unfortunately, that car hits your car, right? So, it's a normal accident. People go out, do a report, that's fine. But I get a call because they are about to fight in a public place. I didn't, it happens all the time. I didn't think it was that bad. But as I'm pulling up, I'm hearing all kinds of MFs, Bs, curse words, and everything. I get out, and unfortunately, I see this black lady, very distraught, cursing and yelling at this dude, and everybody around is just looking, shaking their heads like, what is wrong with this lady? Unfortunately, that's a very stereotypical event. It's always people of my color yelling and screaming and acting an ass of themselves and not understanding what they look like to the general perception. But what the general perception don't know is what that person's actually dealing with and how that event affected their life. Now, I was able to calm the situation down, talk to her. She was still very upset. I knew something else was wrong. Now, from a police standpoint, it's a call of the day because I want you guys to understand how this instance or this scenario could be you guys at any point of your day. No matter what you're going through, no matter what's going on in life, something unexpected happens and now you're in an emotional state. You're so emotional that you don't care who's around, you don't care who's looking, you're cursing, you're acting completely, utterly like an idiot. What does that cost you? Now, could that cost you your job? Could that cost you someone Snapchatting you, someone putting you on Facebook? Or could that actually cost you a deal if we're talking about business? That call, I want you guys to understand, to never lose your cool. Always understand that you are in control of your emotions. You're in control of everything that happened. This scenario, she was clearly in the right. She had no reason to fear, no reason to be mad about anything because that's what we pay insurance for. Insurance would have taken care of that. But her car was old and beat up, and she valued her car so much that another dent on her car really hurt her, along with some other things she may have been going through. Now, that hurt my heart. I became a police officer not to arrest people, not to have a uniform and make people respect me, but to actually help people. Unfortunately, I only work in a city, and I'm very contained with who I help and who I can help, which is why I'm going to start doing these things, because I want you guys to understand that these instances that I'm going to start sharing can happen to you. It has happened to you in different variations, and you might need a different perspective on, one, how to handle it, two, how it's looked, and three, how to handle yourself in those situations. Because this lady was so distraught, and because that's who I am, I actually gave her a free version, a free book of mine, which is an Amazon best-selling book, Bridging the Gaps. I gave it to her for free. Her mom was there. Mom couldn't calm her down. She barely could calm down with me. I pulled her over to the side and started talking to her. And I asked her what was going on. She said the same thing. She's going through a lot of things, that hurt. There's all kinds of internal issues outside of an external thing that just happened. How many times has that happened to you guys? How many times have you had something internally going on? A lot of things. And one thing outside externally just set you off. It could be somebody hitting your car. It could be you running over something. It could be someone telling you something you don't want to hear, or maybe getting on you. Well, same thing for her, but who's going to be that person to help you get through it? Not everybody's always around, so you definitely have to get through your own thing. And luckily, I was in the position that I am, and it actually made me feel good today, being in the position that I am, doing the things that I have done, both professionally in police work and professionally in business, to actually have a product, have something that I can give to someone else that I know is going to help her. I'm pretty sure she's in a lot of gaps in her life, and hopefully that book, if she takes action on it, clears up a lot of things for her to do better in her life. And if you don't have it, you need to go get it so it can clear up some things to help you start doing better in your life. The third actual call is a shooting. Very bad. So bad that I actually had to stay home. I was late being home because I was actually with one of the people involved. And long story short, it's a bad event. The funny part is, how can I say this without compromising whatever it is? Just know that whatever you put inside of your body, whatever you guys intake, affects you. Affects your actions, affects your emotions. It affects how you act, how you react. I.e., when you're drunk, you do stupid things, and stupid things can happen. The only good thing about being drunk is, one, getting into an accident, you don't feel it. And two, in this case, when you get shot, you didn't feel it. But when the anesthesia wears off and all of the stuff wears off, you're definitely going to feel it, and your legacy might be prolonged, which is bad. That's all I can say about that one. But call it a day. This is something that I want to do. This is something that I've been wanting to do, but I never felt that I had the time or the platform to actually do it. And based on the questions that I've gotten on how I've done what I've done, what do I deal with, I want the questions to keep coming, because I want to give you guys more calls and scenarios of what I deal with when I'm at work and how it could relate to your life, especially in business, because the stuff that I do on the side, besides being a police officer, I'm a business and marketing consultant. I do real estate. I deal with a lot of people, and my job as a police officer helped me outside in my business world, because I deal with so many people at work, whether I like to or not, that I know how to handle emotions. I know how to, effectively deal with people, and even worse on the other side, when I know how to close deals. So you mix those two skills together, it makes a really, really powerful person, and add a little dedication, emotion, and most of all, action, and you can start getting the things that you want. I want you guys to understand that, because if you know me, then you can see how I operate, how I get the things that I get done. Everybody can do it. It's not just me. It's not just the special elite people. This is why I want you guys to understand that there are other people in life going through some things as well. So you guys don't think that it's just you and you guys are the only ones around here going through things. I'm going to be doing some more, like I said, live streams of these. I'm coming out with some more, with some programs. The Legacy Upcycle, which is one of my bread and butter things I've been working on for a while, is actually coming out. It's actually out now. I'm building up the Bridging the Gaps Mastermind, which is the book mastermind. It's a lot of things that I want to do to kind of get everybody together collectively, so people start really enhancing, where they are, where they want to be, and start reaching out and getting strides towards it. So call of the day 1 is in the books. Do me a favor, like it, share it, and start tagging some other officers that you know, so we can start getting some crazy stories in. And also ask your questions in here. If you don't want to ask it on the live stream, then definitely shoot me a DM if you guys have any questions. I'll start bringing them up. But since I don't see any questions on this one and nobody has any questions, then I'm going to go ahead and end this one. But I expect more questions in the near future. When I do these, I won't have one tomorrow, which will be Friday, because I will be off. But I'll start doing these a lot more. Pay attention to the notifications wherever it's at on the page. Make sure you go up there and shoot the notifications. You'll definitely see it when I actually go live if you're not paying attention to the page. Hope you guys have a great night.